Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. First month of the season, teams starting to take shape, find out what they can do, and we will learn more here in week 3. It's the Nebraska Cornhuskers and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running behind that left side. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. Maybe some room here. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, going full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Fires to the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the single back. 7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Fires quickly. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Power football with the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To throw, it's Calandria. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Fit it in the window for the score.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
The hand to the running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides to the back. Could be an alley. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get 1st downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Got enough for the 1st. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Michigan! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the 2nd level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the 2nd level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Calandria. Working that left side now. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. He's going for it all. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Huskers will have it 1st and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. Touchdown, Husker! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll keep it on the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's Underwood to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this 3rd possession. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. It's Buchanan. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the 1st down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Here's a little room there. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out 1st downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around, here recently, a lot of success, too.
On the move. Creates a little room. Turning it on. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Picks up the 1st down. Across the 25, he's got room. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football on the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back, making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on 1st and goal.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
And his slips just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, running back gets to give. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Might as well stick with him. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throw back to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They'll send the back in motion. Snap to the back. Plows through the defense. Defense played the wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly complete. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And the Huskers want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quick completion on the out. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. It's Hunter. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Nebraska! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the returner will be knocked down. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Quarterback making checks. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Still on his feet at the 25. There he goes. After that big game, maybe no longer content to just run the ball and go to the locker room. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Throwing, Underwood. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look at Utah taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And it's the Utes in the throes of what is right now a major upset. It's early, I shouldn't get ahead of myself, but this team believes and they could just pull this off. Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Pac-12 Conference.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Underwood pulls it in. It's Marsh. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Might be changing the route. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Got the quick pass. Turns it on in midfield. Breaks away on the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan. Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Ready to try the point after. And And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Could not make his way to the corner.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Back to throw. It's Calandria. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Sets up the screen. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And I think that's a built-in play for this offense. You saw the pressure immediately get to the quarterback on first down. You get him sacked. Well, how do you slow down the pass rush? You run the screen game. You invite those guys upfield, let them run by, and then you throw it over their heads. So a lot of times this is about controlling that pass rush and not letting them pin their ears back on the quarterback.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Dumps it to the back. It's on target and complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind them. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. This is a designed run. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on fourth down.
And it's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
Wants to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup.
Looking for a deep man. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the tight end. Here's Underwood to throw. Floats it out in space. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest.
Snags it, and he's open. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
He's got it. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. The Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Makes the catch. It's Hansen. Breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me the ball. And that's exactly where their quarterback goes. He's feeling it right now. He's distributing the football to a bunch of different people in the defense right now. They have no idea who's getting it next.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. The 30. At the 20. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. It's complete on the right side. Snags it, and there's running room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the option. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The give to the left. Maybe it got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Throwing, Underwood. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is play. Turning it on! Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
And I think we're going to see a lot more of this from this offense. Listen, you're backed up on your own end. You got the lead. More importantly, you want to continue to run the clock, get first downs, be the physical team right here. The ground game, I imagine, is going to be a big part of their playbook.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle is in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
The give to the tailback. Running into the open space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. And an explosive play gets this offense working.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throw back.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Quickly complete. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few first downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the first down.
And the Huskers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. To the air on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The timing needs to be precise on those out routes, and the quarterback just gave him too much ground to cover.
Yeah, and you got to know when to throw that. Right when he's breaking out of his break, I got to put that ball and put it on him. And you could tell the timing was a little bit off, just a little too much juice from the QB.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Hard running there. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Well, after that false start, now instead of 2nd and short, you've got 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. The quick out. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
The Huskers with the 1st and 10. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their 1st. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. The Cornhuskers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll take it himself. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. on the ground trying to pull the plug on this clock. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be fourth down. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they've used their last timeout, and now the offense can start burning the clock. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is a big third down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Again, it's Underwood. Stopped short of the marker, and they stop for this defense, and they get the ball back.
Well, this guy has delivered for his team over and over in this game, obviously just not able to get it done there. And that time, David, nowhere for him to go. He was trying his hardest to break tackles, see if he could maybe bounce that thing outside, but just nowhere to go. You got to give that one to the defense, and as a result, they're going to win the game.
Absolutely. The defense gave up some runs, didn't play it the way they wanted to. They talked about it coming in the game. We've got to stop the run. We've got to be physical. Well, in the biggest moment, when you know they're going to him on a fourth down call, you come up big and you execute, you get him on the ground, and you walk out of here with the win.